and just be the best person. So they may not be baptized, but they still may be the most loving, caring persons that you'll ever meet. And that's really what God wants for us. Robert?
Yeah, Father, you talk earlier in the talk about matters in the universal church area. The two things I'm taking out of that, one is what you just said, how this is why I, go to church. That's a good one. My son always tells me, oh, well, you don't have to go to church to worship God. Well, yeah, sure, but one of the things I'm taking away from this conference is next time we have a conversation like that, I'll ask, well, did you ever talk to God? How do you do that?
Here's my answer to that. Can we go to the mountains? We live in. This is why I've been out in Nevada for 29 years. I love this place. Okay. Southeastern Ohio is nice in the fall and spring, but okay. Can we go out in our beautiful area and have an encounter with God? You betcha. Okay. But that's only through the senses. Can you know something of God through the mountains and Lake Tahoe and the desert? You betcha. But can you know the fullness of who God is by the mountains? No. That's where you need community and tradition in Christ. See, that's the mountains are when you date, the mountains and creation, if you're going to go that way, that's where God kind of gets you to crush on God. But the real relationship happens in the community. Haven't you seen that show on CBS? Now, my friend who does not go to church, she absolutely loves that show. She's Bob, you got to watch the show. So I thought it was going to be hokey. She said, no, it's absolutely a brilliant show. So I got to watch it. So God does that according to CBS. Okay. Any other questions? Like that? Yeah.
I just have a comment because listening last night, I felt maybe Father, when I work a lot with kids, I just retired as a teacher, and I have great adult children. One of them taught RCIA and used to go to church until the church didn't really want to marry her because it was outside and God isn't outside. So anyway, she doesn't go as much as she used to. But my kids and the little kids I've taught give me so much faith for the future that, yeah, I need the church and I appreciate it, but I'm not worried about these spiritual people, these good people that want to take care of the planet, that want to take care of their neighbors across the border, across the ocean. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I think.
See, that's me either. I'm like, I was reflecting this in my home my last week too. I see a change in our world and we're more connected. Yeah, people give us a bad rap as I sit here. I love my thing. I'd never go without it. But it provides an access, but communication. I think there's a greater sense of community and I think power shifting. And the way we do things is different. So the church, I love the church. I love the community church. The institution of the church I have some issues with because sometimes they're still back in 1810s with Father Seamus. I'm like, really? And I work for the Chancery office, so I know I'm part of the man. Okay. And so, but I think we're not to say everything new is as good, but I think we're kind of lagging a little bit behind. Katie, we were at the theology for TAP on Thursday night. Father Dan and I was talking about Katie Regine, talking about the use in it and their use of language in their document. Of course, there are old bishops from 1810 going, "How we can't use those words?" Because that's not the words we're comfortable with. Well, get over it. Get comfortable with it. Okay. So I think you're right. It's a good thing. It's the kids are doing good things. If they feel constrained by an apparatus, this does not let them do the good things that they want to do in a way that they need to do it. And then we're going to go find it other ways.
I mean, everything has to evolve eventually.
Exactly. I would say, do you still drive do you still drive a Model T? No. I drive a Prius. Okay, another question over here? Yeah.
Well, it's a little off topic, but it's for young people. With all the recent
I've never, to be honest, I don't hear, the stuff I hear is actually from your generation. Okay. Young persons are like, I don't care, we're out here anyway. They're not focusing on that. So most of the grumbling and the complaining and Father, I'm never giving any money to the church again, comes from, because young people don't give money anyway, but comes from our generations, the 50-year-olds. Yeah, comes from Mr. Glass's generation. So. Nothing? Yeah, I know, you told me you're 69 going on 70. I remember from bar last night. I'm not even, yeah.
I have an interesting story to share. My background is I used to be a DL at one of the junior churches and I'm retired. But my granddaughter, whose parents do not practice any religion, said to me last year, this whole thing about Jesus, it's not scientifically possible. When you're dead, you're dead. So I was a little taken aback, but I just said, okay, if that's what you believe. And I said, maybe we'll talk about it later. So I saw her this year and she said, I want to share with you the spirit dude. And I said, spirit dude? And she says, well, he's like everywhere and holds everything. And parts of him go into you. And when you pass away, you go back to him. And I said, I'll accept that.
Yeah.
So there's great hope.
Progression. Again, I think our kids, they really are asking, they are a deep population. Our millennials and our, what's the next one? Gen Z. What are you?
No idea.
Gen Z? Gen Z? I can't remember. I know, I'm trying to figure out if I'm a baby boomer or Gen X, 65. But they are they're asking deep questions. They see that deeper thing. They are, again, they're asking the great questions, but they're not getting the answers from us. And that's the thing. No, they don't. No. They actually want to be engaged. They do want, don't superficialize them as thinking that this is the only thing they can, this is but a means. Are there certain ones? Yeah, they all, but no, those kids. Virginia, our youth minister will tell you, another youth minister will tell you, when they tell them to put away their phones for youth, they will, and they're not worrying about it, fretting about this. I'll talk to adults. Adults, you put away your phone. Look, the adults are worse than the kids. Because the kids will come back, they're fine with it. So no, our kids aren't just relying on this. They really do strive, they want deeper relationships. But again, they want a deeper community. So they're not coming to the church just to get A, B, and C, and and answer, again, the old catechism way. Jenny, what's the question? Why did God create us? God created us to love us, to serve Him in this world and the next, and whatever He is. To give it. It's not that answer. They're not looking for that information. They really want that connection, the community, and that relationship. And that's what we're not giving. Now, that being said, we're off topic too, but we have to 2:15. Now, you can't say it's just the Catholics, because the mainline Christians, and also even the ones with the jazzy masses, okay, with all the music, it offers them that community, but that they're also leaving too. It's a very fluid. They're in and they're out because they find that the music, the coffee bar, doesn't do it either because it's very superficial. So unless they connect and do things, then that's what stay. And so we're kind of touching on that. I'm looking at a few people at our Diocese and Pastoral Council meeting. We've been touching on that. Okay, it's about how do we connect, make those connections, and we priest. The age, again, our generation is you better go to church, you're going to go to hell. That we don't do that anymore. But that's where we're transformed. Stacy.
You mentioned Katie Sushi.
Mm-hmm.
I heard she gave a talk on the topic at 3 minutes. It was okay. So yeah, it was anyone who wasn't in it. She said you can just remember and get the slide. It was exactly all these questions: how to approach you, how to talk to you. She had some very great ideas. She's only 29, so
Yeah. Mother two maybe.
One.
One. And then like even, even
Not
our,
listening.
yeah, even Our Lady of Snows, we're starting to grow our kids more. I'm inviting them to be Eucharistic ministers and lectors and trying to make them usher. I'm trying to make everybody usher in our parish. And be involved. Because again, they have a relationship by virtue, as John Cusick was saying that, and then Dan Reno was also saying, by virtue of their baptism, they're just as Catholic as we are. Nobody's more Catholic than anybody else. And so they're, by virtue of baptism, everybody's a part of that community and they can do things. Yes, sir.
I was thinking about the comment, and I've got two kids as well. What came to me is, how does our role as parents change? Like, what I'm hearing, I've got two kids, go to church, but I shouldn't be the parent of a 12-year-old when dealing with a 30-year-old. I wanted independence from my parents, and that's what they want as well. So, I don't know, we're raised, you've got the mother of St. Augustine, we're raised with parents that are parents until they die, and in some ways you are. But maybe we need to think about how you evolve as parents as well, and letting go and accepting that kids go a different way might be part of adulthood. I don't know, it's the first time that I'm asking the question as I'm hearing these.
I would agree, because, talking with my mom, again, because I'm her favorite now, because I'm the But she goes to church, and that's my sister's first comment, told us when the sandwich. She's like, could we get to go in heaven? I said, no, you gotta get on your own. But my parents, my parents are 81. And so my relationship, it's funny, I think all our parents, that relationship gets a little odd. I still feel like a child when I go through, I'm 54, they're 81. And so, but my mom has changed in her relationship with God. She's a little bit, she actually, I do my morning videos. She watches me, so I have to be very careful what I say in my videos. But I think it changed. I think it's that same thing. We want to parent our child's, and that relationship, it's always that parent-child thing, and it's a good thing, but then how does that mature and grow as well? So I'll never have kids, but my connection is I have nieces and nephews, and 3 of my nieces are having babies now, and these are these little things, And now it's fun to talk to them. They're in their 30s. It's fun to talk to them as 30s. I don't even think they call me Uncle. Maybe they call me Uncle Bob, but now it's Uncle Bob. But it's fun to talk with their husbands and their kids and interact with them on that level. So I don't know if I have an answer to that question, but I think that's part of the human thing. We're always being transformed. So I don't know, Mark, you have little kids. Will it ever change? No. Yeah.
Maybe work on like the Newman Club at the university or something where we can encourage them to stay active and participatory during college. So
Well,
that
there was
they to adulthood.
There was a push, and it's still kind of there, is how to transition. Because actually the abandoned group is that 20-something to go to college, because those kids are leaving. So we have Newman, but that on at UNR, they work on there. But yes, how do you transition those kids from high school to college? And so there's been some work. I think Christine Davis, Director of Youth and Young Adult Ministry, talks about it. And so we do things like on Theology Tap, is how do we help them find a new community, because they leave their community. Because I think when I left my small little town of Ohio, I went to the big city of Ashland, which is only about 8,000 people. I went from 500 to 8,000. Oh my God, huge. You have a McDonald's in town. But there's that separation community. So I found another community. How do we help them to find a stable, supportive community and do that and allow them to ask those questions? It's like the Newman Club, at least in Reno. That's where actually I gravitated to when I first knew about it. It was Newman Club, met Father Mike. Was that because there's lots of questions and mentoring going on. Kind of watching time because we have the 2:15.
I currently have a teenager that did one year confirmation and then just, and I wasn't going to fight. And so I just approached it that, I'm just going to accept it for them. I let her come to church with me and she's going to go to the fight. And then I try to encourage her to look to me to augment, whatever you're searching for.
So our goal, yeah, our goal, really, if you think about the big ultimate goal, is to create the kingdom of heaven here on earth, work of God. So good persons, blah, blah, blah. And if they don't want to do it inside the bounds of the church proper, okay, great. Yeah, good. Let's create good persons, let's just not create jerks. And don't be a jerk. All right, thank you all so much. It looks like they've recorded this, so if you want evidence, you'll be able to download this. Thank you so much for your patience.